Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be doing a little crafting in this video, and I wanted to show you how I make my fabric snippet embellishments. And it's these ones here that I have in front of me. And I just made these using little bits and pieces of fabric, some trim, lace, and then I just finished it off adding some little elements and embellishments and flat back pearls or some appliques like this one here. I've added a little button that I just hand stitched to the snippet embellishment, and then I also added one of these little flower pieces here as well. And I thought I'd just make a couple of these here and show you how I made these if you also wanted to make these as well. And they're just a great little project, and you can make a whole heap of these. And there is no rule, no measurements on how I make these. I just layered them, and I even left a bit of some of the string and thread as well, just to make it fun with all these little bits and pieces, fraying around the edges. I added some organza ribbon on this one. Again, some little embroidery embellishments, and just even leftover little pieces of fabric like this one here. Actually, I think this is a bit of a ribbon that I may have had. And I also have this one here. And because I did make quite a few of these, I added these to my shop and have these listed. And you get a random 2 pieces of these snippet embellishments that I've made. And you'll get them in one of the vellum pockets that I love making. And you will also get also a random hand sewn like a little lace flower shape embellishment, and a little teeny tiny fabric yo-yo that I'd also hand stitched. And you get a random one of each of these 2 with one of these vellum pockets that you could also then reuse again. So they go in there, and you'll also get a random any 2 of my snippet fabric embellishments, and they'll go in this pocket. So these are already listed in my shop, and I thought I'll show you how I make them. But these are great too, because you could also add these to, say, tags. You may have got a whole heap of tags, and then you can just adhere it to a tag, for example, like this. And if they stick out a bit, that's still lovely. You can have it facing this way, you can have it on the edge. You could also glue the ends if you like, and then you can create a little tuck pocket in there to add some smaller tags, or a little some trim on a little card. You can slide that in here as well. So these are just great as well to add to your tags. You can see it doesn't really matter what colors you have, they'll just coordinate lovely. This is another one, so they look lovely on those. And then I also made it in front of one of my folios that I made in one of my other videos, which is this one here. This is a similar one, and I did create that as a little tuck spot for a tag in front of the folio, which I had done a tutorial. If you wanted to see how I made this folio, I'll put the link down below. But I thought it's a great little spot to put there, and it decorates the cover. You could also add it to your journal pages. Let me just open this one here. And you could just, let me just see if I can find a page. Well, let's just say this is a page. You could, because this one opens up this way, but let's just say this is a page without without a fold page. You could place it on the side here to create a little tab, and it's also nice to have that sort of peeking out through the edge of your folder or your journal. You can also add it to a page to create a little pocket, and you can decorate your page this way. You could just add it to a page if you wanted to. You could also place it on the top if you wanted to decorate the top of your journal pages. So this is just a great little way as well to decorate the edges of your pages like that, and when you close it, you can still see the embellishment. So I just thought that's just some fun ways you could do that. So let me make one. If I have time, I'll make 2 of these. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I make them. So I have here a whole dish full of snippets, and I also have them in my shop as well. So I have I've got random packs of snippets that I have packaged, and it comes wrapped in some cotton strips of fabric that I torn and added to the packaging, and you will get a random 22 pieces of snippets in here of fabric, some lace, some trim and ribbon, and that's also in my shop. I also have these fabric yo-yos as well that I've hand stitched. They're also available in my shop, and you can add these to your little project as well. And I'm also going to have these satin fabric yo-yos as well, which are lovely and they're nice and soft. So these will be in my shop in a few days time, and it'll also come I'll make the smaller ones as well. So I'll have a bunch of these in different colors, and that should be available soon. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to make a couple of these and show you how you can make these. So what I've done to create these snippets, I just grabbed like a cotton fabric. This is just a cream colored one, and I just cut it, or I just hand torn it about 1.5 inches, and then cut it about 3 inches wide. So I've just cut a long strip and just cut out a few, which I've already done here. So I've just cut out a few of those. So you just want to do that. It doesn't matter how wide, depends how wide you want your embellishment to be. So this is my base that I'm going to use. So I'm going to grab one of those. And then I have a little tray here that I've just grabbed a few things just for the video because I've got too many trays. I've got some buttons here, and these are again some of my little pieces that I've hand sewn. I've got some appliques, little bits and pieces of just like little trims. And then here are just some little flat back pearls, rhinestones, just some little pieces that I can add to the embellishments to finish it off. And then I've got my snippets. So what I've done, if you don't have a sewing machine, you don't have to worry about that, because we can still make this without a sewing machine. So I've got my little base here, and then I've got all these little snippets that I've just cut out. And I'm just going to grab 3 different pieces of fabric or trim or whatever you like, and I just want to cover the base. And let me just show you, that's the base here at the back. So this one has been glued. So if you don't have a sewing machine, we're going to use some glue, and we are going to use the glue in this project. And these ones have been hand stitched. I did a zigzag stitch. No, it wasn't even straight, it didn't matter. So I've done that with these ones. So the ones you're going to get into the shop will be the stitched embellishments. And I stitched them because I wanted to keep the 3 pieces adhered to the base so it doesn't move. But we're going to use some glue. You can use a hot glue gun or fabric glue or whatever glue that will adhere your fabric. So I'm just going to pick 3 random pieces, and all I want to do is I want to cover this base, and I think that's the right way. And I'm also going to trim some of these down a bit. So let me just grab another piece. I might make it into a bluey color. So I'm going to do that. See if I got. So I'm just going to sort of do that, and I might even just cut this one down. And so you can just do whatever you like. There is no rule to how you want to make your snippet embellishments. So I'm just sort of anyway. And I do like mine to stick out just a little bit out of the base. So let's just go ahead with that way. So I'm just going to do it like that. Let me just bring it up. Now at this point, I normally would go and sew this across with a zigzag stitch or a straight stitch just along the middle. It doesn't really matter. It's just to hold the 3 pieces onto the base. But I'm going to use glue so that way you can see that you don't need a sewing machine. So this glue here that I'm using, which is the glue that I use for all of my projects that you see on the video, it's this one here by Crafter's Choice, and it bonds fabric, paper, leather, plastics, glass, and it dries clear. It doesn't warp your paper or bubble, and it's a really, really great glue. And I usually buy this large bottle, and then I just pour it in a smaller bottle. And I'll put the link to this glue and where I purchased it, which is here in Australia. It's from Spotlight, but I will put the link. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to apply a little strip of this liquid glue, just like I have done, just like that. And then I'm just going to just place it anywhere and just try to cover it as much as I can. So again, because I'm using glue and I'm not stitching, I might just add a little bit of glue to the middle here to adhere the third piece. So I'm just going to do that. So now that's all done. Now the fun part now is I'm just going to layer and layer all bits and pieces to finish off the embellishment. So let me just move some of this aside. And so I've got here all these little bits and pieces, and I have another tray which I'm just going to bring out. So I've got this compartment tray full of bits and pieces of lace, and I'm not sure what else I have in here. This is just like my little pile of bits and pieces in here, and I've got some paper flowers, so I may use that as well. I don't know if you can see that in frame, but I'm just going to lay it all out. I don't normally use up a large space like this, but I'm just going to move everything so I could see what I'm going to use. Alright, so I'm going to get back here now. I might place it on the top. So I'm just going to find some bits and pieces. I like using a bit of lace as well that may have a little bit of decorative edge to it, like this one here, and I might even place that up here like that. And I think I like that. Might cut that out. Let's place that. What else have I got? So I just play around with this. So this piece here again, I might even use this one. Just snipping and cutting out pieces. That we've got some cheesecloth. Yeah, I might add some of this to there. I like all that little frame bits. So then all I'm just trying to do is just sort of layer it and just keep layering until I'm happy with where everything is. So I might do that. I might just add one more piece, and I think that might be enough for this one. So I might add this, and then sometimes what I do is I might even cut this in half, just because I like little bits and pieces. Yeah, that's, should I have done that better? Oops, just lost that piece. Okay, I might just do that, and I might even just tuck that little piece that I cut out just over there. Okay, we'll start with this first. So I'm going to do this next layering. So all I'm going to do is grab my glue and just dab a little bit of glue. That's what I've done there. And I might just add something else in the middle here, maybe another little bit of fabric. I was going to use this, but I think that's, not sure. What about this little piece of lace? Yeah, I might use this one instead of that other one that I just cut. But that's fine, I'll use that on another piece. got glue on my fingers. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I might just finish it off like that. So I'm just gonna place a bit of glue to the back of the little snippet that I just cut out. Just felt like it needed something in the middle there. Okay, so I'm happy with that now. So that is pretty much all done, and I'm just going to add a few little elements to it just to... So I found this little piece that I just got stuck on my finger. I might even throw this little piece on there just because it'll just look nice there. So I'm just going to place that there. So if you have little bits and pieces of leftover tiny pieces, you can still add it on just to... Yeah, so that's... So I place that on there because I just found that piece and that looks pretty good there. So I'm going to grab this tray with other little pieces of fun stuff that I'm just going to decorate. I will add a button. I think I might add a button because it always looks nice having one of these. I might actually glue it, place it there, and I'm going to quickly hand stitch that. So that'll go there, and I might even... Actually, I might keep it flat, and I might just add that there. I might just add this. I'll just add this piece there. That was a loud motorbike riding past. So I might add that there, and I might even add this just to add a little bit more colour. Okay, yep, let's do that, and then I'll finish this one off, and that's all complete. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly stitch this button onto the embellishment. Just grab my needle, and I'll just grab this. I'm just going to grab some thread and just quickly so all I do is I'm just going to place my button there. I'm just going to thread it through one of the holes from the top down, and leaving a little tail of the thread sticking out like that. Then hopefully finding my way back in from the bottom into the left hole, if you can see that. And I'm just going to go in, down and up just a couple of times just to hold that button in place. It also will hold the fabric in place as well if you to help it keep it in place. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I should have left a little bit of a longer piece so I could tie a knot, which I forgot to do. Hopefully I can get a knot in here. So I'm just going to create a little knot. Make one more. Okay, so that's done, and I'm just going to trim off the tail just a little bit, but still leaving enough so that I could still see it. So there we go, just like that. So I'm quite happy with this, and I might actually just trim this little bit off here. It's a little bit not happy with how that's sort of placed. So there we go. So that is that. I might just add this little piece that I was going to add before. Might add that there. So think that looks good. And that's pretty much all there is to making these little snippets. So let's place this here. And again, I just thought I might add one of these. Let me see. Yeah, I might add one of these little flat back pearls. And just place it in the middle there of the flower applique. And then we have a snippet roll. Oh, sorry, not a snippet roll, a snippet embellishment all ready to add to your projects. And you can see it's nice and really pretty. It's lovely. So that's how I make these. I just cut a strip of plain fabric as the base, and then I just pick out 2 or 3, or you can make 4 pieces of your snippets using whatever you like. I just find that it's just a great way to just get you started to create a base. So again, just layering it like that, and finding another piece, whatever you like. And then once you're happy with it, you just sort of place it like anywhere you want, for example, like that. And that completes your base. And then you can run a zigzag stitch across, straight stitch, or whatever you like to keep it together. You could even glue them down and just running a strip of glue to the base, and then you're just placing your fabrics onto it. And then from there you can then just start layering all your little pieces of elements and embellishments, and just keep layering it to however you would like to finish it off. And that's pretty much all there is to that. And again, I'll have all of these items that I just shared with you listed in my shop, and the satin fabric yo-yos will be up in a few more days time. So I hope you enjoyed this little snippet embellishment tutorial, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.